So I can call this time remain, and for its percentage we know that we simply need to divide. So let's say we want to time remain and divide this by, you can use many ways. Sometimes I use a measure as a formula, sometimes I use quick measure, whatever you need. So time remain divided by what? The project duration. So this is the project duration, so it will give me a variable, a dynamic time remain range. So let's see this as well. I will just copy that and time remain percent. Just bring it here. So okay, I need to convert that into percentage first. Percent and 2 digits. See, it will be exactly matching them. Okay, so this is done. So now there are few more functions which we will get introduced with, and then we will go with the most complex and most powerful feature of the DAX, which is calculate function. So what else we can do? We can use some count distinct formula as well. So just to give you the little knowledge you can explore. Now I have explained you the context and the syntax of this DAX, so you can just do brainstorming as per your need. You can modify many things whatever you need, the formulas. But what I have done so far in my all research and in my all this development of this course, whatever we will be using, it's quite advanced and it's enough for us so far. So but it's a subjective thing. Whatever you need, you can explore more. So what is the purpose of distinct count? We have seen previously that we were counting the activities. So what happens with the count activities? Let's say I will go here and I want to see that the number of activities are how many? 5764. Let's say I want to check that whether they are fine or not. So there is one more feature. I don't want to put this, I can just simply put this and it will give me options of what you need, the first one, the last one, or what. I will say okay, just bring the count. So if it brings the count, see both the values are same. Here we are using the built-in function count, but here we have used as a measure, so it also gives the same value. So what is count distinct count? So let's say if I bring the activity IDs from another column or another table, I want to know the activities in this part, let's say in activities distribution. So activity ID, I will bring that here, and I will ask that count. It will give me like in thousands, 22.5 million means so many. And we know that, I know the reason is that it has activity ID repeated for actual cost and actual labor unit, plan value cost, plan value labor unit, earned value cost, earned value labor unit, and each activity is finishing in multiple weeks. Some activities are finishing in 4 weeks, some are 10 weeks. So for them, if activity is finishing in 10 weeks, so it will be repeated 10 times because we did unpivot. So the all 10 weeks, week 1, 2, 3, 4 now are vertically present here, so each activity is repeated 10 times as well. So that's why the combination is going 2.5 million times. But actually we know that the unique IDs are here. So let's say if I want to see, so if I count here distinct count, so it is giving me the unique values. Now it also shows me that the fact table cannot have a duplicated value. We know that it's a primary key, so these are the unique number of IDs which are coming here. But if we want to see that, okay, in this table how we can find the distinct value, means unique value. Right now I am using this one, so if I use this, it is showing me that many values. So how we can use the distinct value? So there is a formula for that. If you want to use, simply I will go here, new measure, because these formulas can help you. Distinct count. Okay, for that simply distinct count formula is here. So it will ask you column name, so you can simply give the column name. What is the column name? We want activities distributed. Okay, these are the activities. Inside that we know that it was showing us 2.5 million count. Now it will show me the distinct count. So these formulas can help you to make some your analysis later if you want. For example, you want to find the how many distinct engineering works and number of activities, different type of, so you can use these combination to make your own KPIs or milestone if you need. So that's why I feel that these things should be explained here, so that if user want later to see, they can. Now you see distinct count, the formula is giving me the same value. So this is one of the feature. Same, you can use the maximum, minimum and all these things wherever they are applicable. So now I will move into the little bit of more complex thing, which is the calculate function. So for that I need to explain you what is calculate and how it is used. We will be using calculate quite oftenly here. So what calculate, before calculate we need to see one more feature. So far what we have done, every measure DAX which we used, we have used it for measures. All are the measures, we didn't use yet for the calculated columns. So let's say how we can use calculated column as well. So for calculated column, all you need to do, simply first of all go into the column. Let's say I will go for actual cost. I want to calculate here the percentage of this. So how I will do, I will say okay, new column, and I will call it actual cost distribution percent. Actual cost distribution percent. So how I know that I am using the columns tools, and I know that here is the symbol showing me that it is going to be a column. Okay, this is also iterative value. All these are iterative values and columns. This is also an iterative value, but the symbol is showing user developed this value as a column. These were coming from the Power Query itself. So what I am going to do, I am going to calculate the percent. So how I will calculate the percent, I need to simply divide. The same formula will be used. Divide, what is the numerator? The sum of, because this is an iterative value, so we need to aggregate that sum of ACD. I wrote this, so it gave me automatically these values. So what I need to use from there, where we have DIS, the sum of this value, okay, divided by what? The sum of budgeted total cost. So I will write BUD, it will give me budgeted total cost. Why? Because is actual cost we are using, not the actual labor. So this will give me the percentage, but the difference is that this percentage is coming as a column, as a iterative value, not the measure. So I usually prefer to use measure. It both can be used. There is no much difference so far I have found. So there is nothing to basically go into which one to use. So the point is that this is the way you can use the iterative values. So now if I go into this column, the advantage is that this value now can be seen here in this part, in the data tab. So let's say I was in this area. Now you can see the activities distribution, activity cost distribution percent here. I can convert that into percent, and this. So now you can see this is converted into percent and two decimal places. So the difference between this measure, this calculated column, and the percentage of, let's say, any other value which we have calculated, so for earned value, the difference is that this earned value percent cannot be seen other than the visual, but this calculated column percentage can be seen in the column here in the table, and then also in the visual. So it's your choice, whatever you make. So if you want to make through this way, you can develop through the calculated column way as well. So that is not going to make any difference. Okay, so that was a calculated column. Now we will move towards the calculate function. So let's see what we want to do through calculate function. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to say that for example, the sum of, we know what is the sum of earned value here, we did not have, not yet. Okay, sum of the planned value here. So now I want to calculate the sum of planned value from the other field, but if I bring here, let's say this part, and if activities distribution, we know that the sum value is already there, any planned value. So how we know that? Let's say I first of all want to show you that what are the values hidden inside this part. The values hidden inside this, that sum, which is distribution sum. Distribution means horizontally distributed against the time, and sum is showing that it's a whole number, and of what? Of these values. What are these values? Actual cost, actual labor. So that means if I want to sum this, it will bring the sum of all the values. So let's say how it works. I will bring this and it will show me sum of huge sum. But if I see the plant value at this point, the plant value sum will be 300 something, 386, and it is showing me 1 billion. So that my plant value, which is this one, and also other values are coming here. But if I want to extract only the plant value from here, so I need to give command to DAX that okay, bring this data for me. So for that we can use the calculate function. So at this point we will see that how powerful this calculate is. So let's say I'm here in this part and I want only plant values to be come outside. So just come with the new measure